Jonah chapter 1, verse 11. Vayomru elav ma naaseh lak vayishtok hayam me'alenu ki hayam holek v'so'er. Now let's go ahead and take a look at this passage. Now, first of all, this is going to be one of our vav consecutives. It is they call imperfect, a third masculine plural, that they said to Jonah, to him. Here's our quotation right here of what they said to him. What shall we do to you? And may be quiet the sea. So the sea may be quiet from upon us. Now our verse ends with a key clause right here giving us the reason why. Because the sea is walking and storming. This is the verbal form of the noun that we had before for a tempest or a storm, sa'ar. But notice that you see the holums at the top. That's the pattern we're looking for with a participle. Now, we also want to note here that at the beginning you have the vav consecutive imperfect. We have a vav here with an imperfect, but it is not a vav consecutive imperfect. Instead, this second vav is just a regular conjunction and. Notice the vowel pointing at the bottom. Now we want to take a moment here and talk about the imperfect. The imperfect is an incomplete action. It's something in the future. Now this is the verb that we've seen before. This is asa, which is to do or to make. Now the call perfect, the third masculine singular, is he made, he did in the past. Now if we were to say we made or we did in the past, we would say asinu. Now in the future, we would say naaseh. Notice that's what we have right here. Now one thing that I want you to see is that the nu on the end of the completed action, the perfect, is related to naknu, that third person that Naknu is the first person plural pronoun we. Now I want you to see that in the perfect, that is a completed action, typically translated in the past, you have on the backside nu. It is perfect. But that's the same nu that we have in we. So here in the past is we did. In the future, that of course is an imperfect. It is an action that has not yet been completed. But notice the im, you have a prefix on the front. Well, in the imperfect, you have a prefix on the front, which is the noon. But take a look. There's a noon right there in naknu. So in the future, you would say, we will do.